Hello, hello, good morning. Welcome back to another ES Futures trading. Today is Monday, September 16th. It is 9:27, just minutes from the opening. Um, we have 2 weeks that were really hard to trade. I don't have a really good record on weeks like that. So what I decided to do is not to do anything. Actually kind of like I take a little vacations there. Um, right now I am even thinking to extend it for another week. But since I have said that I was going to come back after 2 weeks, here I am. With no intentions actually to do anything right now. The market, as you can see, is right at the center of previous range. If we have a particularly interesting situation here, because we have a market that has no excess, right? No excess on the upper side. But the rally, the upside movement, is for me is super questionable. It's very questionable upside movement because it all started with short covering. This day here was absolutely was crazy here. There was short covering here, what we have here. And it has had some upside continuation after the day actually. I notice how this day, this one here, it really doesn't have much volume. I thought we were going to have something like this maybe, especially because it was starting the rollover period, and but it didn't have it. As a matter of fact, as high as the market keeps going higher, volume keeps decreasing, and this is the lack of access that I mentioned. This market has weekly, monthly, and daily absolutely no excess here. With a gap in the upper side. This gap actually, if the market at the end of this week ends somewhere in here, this gap will actually be closed because what you want to see is you want to see the next contract. You say, how come, right? How come? Let me show you what I'm talking about. What I would do, or what I will do, is I'll show you. Ooh, look at that selling that's happening. Alright. What I will do is I'll show you this. This is December contract. We are pretty close to make new highs here. Right? Really close. There's no gap here. Right? Actually, there's no. And this market is actually 57 something here. Right? Check your I'm going to put here the current contract. How far is from the C57? 57 is way up here, right? 57.21. This is the all-time high. And this is an interesting situation, right? Where the market gaps when the contracts change, right? But if the contract is going to change now, for example, Look at where this is, 56.29. If as today you have the contract change, the market will be closing that, it's very close to this high. Just let's take, I don't know if you can understand or you can see what's happening here, right? This is the all-time high, 50.71. How close we are? We are just 20 points from that high. Over here is 100 points from the high, but we are actually just 20 points here. That's why I say it's an interesting situation, or it's an interesting scenario we are having right now. Now, how much volume the overnight December contract has? 64. How much volume September has? 76. 9,000 or 10,000 right now? 13,000. No. So as of today, this is December is actually higher. It has more volume. Now something that I notice is if we check the volume, this is the volume. Right? The volume that December has is really low here. Right? Usually, the biggest day of the rollover period, for me, could, or at least when I say usually, this is what was happening in the last quarters. This volume would have been at least this much, sometimes even more, but now it's really low, which makes me believe that there is one day still that is this one has to come really big. If it's not today, I wonder if that's going to be on Wednesday, because Wednesday we have FOMC. Everybody knows that the Fed is going to cut the rates. It's going to do a big cut on Wednesday, right? Now, as the market opens, what we are seeing is it is being bought again, okay? It is being bought again from hardback, from value area low. I have a note here from, open profile to see. This line here is support resistance. Now we talked about this, weeks ago. Just check this out, man. Look at that. Look what we have here. 1, 2, 3. All of this buying coming, from hardback. What at the end, starting here, this was hardback. Really low odds that this is going to, or good odds that there is going to be something around this. Now, why I say I think I'm not going to be doing nothing this week also, well, at least until Wednesday, is because this has been the dynamics, right? Market gets too long, there's rebalancing, gets too short, rebalancing, and continues doing back and forth. Nasdaq, check Nasdaq, has already taken yesterday's low, man. So that one time frame higher in Nasdaq has ended already. That market has got too low. Look at this. What the heck is happening here? Okay. Thinkorswim has already started to chart the new contract here. Because I have 19,337 and these guys are in this time frame is still going higher. But look at this, man, look at this. Uh-oh. Where are you? Come on. ESC4. This is not. Come on, man. What the heck? Where are you? This. I got too many shots for him, man. I'm missing one. Where are you, Nasdaq? Stupid Nasdaq. Yes. Uh-oh. Something's happening. It has just vanished. Has just vanished, man, from my. I'm apologizing. I'm sorry, but I can't see it now. All right. This market is. I know, and something I was checking here is this has all the trades of a short. What the? Now I have lost. Really? The heck, man? Now I have lost ES. God damn. I will need to close it. There's something wrong with my charts now today. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's happening here. Definitely, there is something. Okay. Right now, it's right at this support resistance that I have here. And this is why I am very cautious this week as also. You know, this has been the behavior that this market has had. You know, comes back, correct this, you know, because I see this as a short covering. Look at this, how many times has tried to pull higher, fail. You know, inventory is very long now, right? But what is happening is correcting just the latest, you know, the latter part of the session of Friday session here. You know, have this time of the day, kind of like a closing, and that only that part has been corrected. This inventory is still long, and it is very long. Right? Now this is. Come on, I hate that window. This is. Oh, and this looks like short covering. It started here, you know? And this low, I was checking this yesterday, is exactly to the tick at, you know, two things. We have the 5600 in December contract, and also is the 50 SMA. So as mechanical as it gets, like can't be more mechanical than that. Very, very, very mechanical trade that has happened. Very short time frame trading here. If you check also something that I was really being very observant of this, is that this is, let me check, this is this day here. Where's the 14? This one here. This day here. This was the day of September contract. You know, after all these crazy movements, upside, downside, upside, downside, upside, you know, where this is, you know, right there, right where it opened. And this is the adjusted contract. What I need to check is the non-adjusted. This one, they adjusted. Look at what it is. You know, right at very close to where the 14 was. Very mechanical, no excess here. Mechanical buying, no excess up here. Very bad excess. Now we have a gap, right? This is not a gap really, but this is a change of contracts that make it look like a gap. Now, market's trying to fill, quote unquote, fill the gap. You know, I'm gonna ask you, what gap? Right? What gap? Where is the gap here? There's no gap here. Just pay attention to that. There's no gap. That's why we have two contracts here, and it's just a matter of charting here what's happening. You know, your broker or the company that's providing you charting, you know, has to choose one contract over the other. In this case, they are going to choose. Most of them are going to select December over September because it is the one that is going to replace September. By doing that, you got a gap. You have this gap. I have a tendency to, you know, now my decision is I'm not going to do, you know, I'm not going to do anything here. As of 9:43, this is not my market, at least but never say never, right? Because you never know what's going to happen. Again, don't tell me. Okay, right. I thought I lost this. Yeah, settle here. Inventory, overnight inventory is. It was pretty well balanced. I would say balanced. You know, you got settled here, good amount above, good amount below. Never know what's going. Oh, come on, man! Look at this. You got volume here, and it just tries. Comes down, takes the value area low, start building volume, and then boom, it's just stopping its tracks. What I see here is trading, just trading here. It is pushing hard to the downside though. It's pushing hard. I got tremendous amount of selling there, but it just don't have it, man. Just doesn't have it. And I need to check both here. I need to check both. I'm going to put this side by side, okay? This is just for the sake of the streaming. We have higher volume, a little bit higher. Let's see how much. If we have something here. And there's lots of adjustments that have to be made here. You know, and now the thing is, if you are a hedge fund, you got to make adjustments, right? Because there's a rollover, a contract rollover here that's going to, you know, you have to roll over your hedges, or do something here. But how are you going to do your? How are you going to adjust your hedges or roll over your hedges or whatever if you have FOMC right there in the middle of the rollover week? Yeah? An event that can create tremendous amount of volatility, an event that can actually set a direction of the market. We don't have a range here. Market is trending higher right now. As of Monday, September 16th, market is trending higher. That's unbelievably questionable, but it is trending higher. Short the market at your own risk. The movement is to the upside. $50,000, $40,000, about half and a half, man. About same. There is still a lot of interest there in this content. I'm going to expand this one as well. This law, this question has been corrected. eh? Technically has been corrected. Take a bigger look now of this shape here. What's going on? Well, you can start it from here. You have a range here, 10-day range here. What? This is the 10-day range here. Inventory was super short. Gigantic short squeeze here. But there is still short here. If somebody was selling calls here, when the market was down here, the only thing they need is, the market close below this to keep the premium. I wouldn't bet a penny that that's going to happen. I just find these markets very hard, man. Very, when markets are thin, anything can happen. Markets can get too short, or can go from too short to too long really quick, man. Really fast here. There's no craziness right now. Market hasn't been that crazy today. Hey, what's up, Dix? You got any questions? Please just let me know. This is just unbelievable. when you got when traders rarely take notes of what happened, right? This support resistance that I have here actually comes. I got that from. I believe, right? If I remember well, I got that from this day. You know, the market was paying attention to this area. You know, and then it just decided there was a big blocks here, and then decided to keep to see what happened. No? And actually, the market started to pay attention to it. I mean, it's the market that gives me this. I don't put this. It's the market behavior. You know what the market does around these things that give me something. Look at that. Oh, what is going on with my? What? You just go away, man. Come. Come on. What? I want you to come here. I hate this thing that happens here. I don't know what. Ugh, it's so annoying, man. What? Look at that. God. Ugh. I got to do something there. I don't know what the heck happened. That's happening there. And then it just vanished. I cannot call it again. Yeah, it has disappeared again. Mother, some of the preacher. Okay, let's fix that. I cannot be there. I cannot. That can't keep happening. That is this Samsung. Okay, I have made some changes here. I hope it works this time. Okay, I will need to open again another one. Come on, man. Get the fuck out. Fuck you. I apologize for this stupid window, man. You know what? I'm going to disinstall that. I'm going to remove that program. Uninstall. Okay, what's the name of this thing? EC setting box. Yes. This is ridiculous, man. Okay. Now it's gone. Yeah. Okay, what happened is I have this Samsung monitor, 40 inches, smart, quote unquote smart monitor that has replaced a couple of screens that I had. It comes with its own own program. And you can either use a mouse or use a remote to make it work as a monitor or as a TV or streaming box. And man, I was using the remote, but I said let's try the mouse. But to do the mouse, you got to install a program. You have to download something from the Samsung store, and yeah, they are still no good, man. Alright, look at that. Inside day yet. Market has taken the value high, has taken the overnight high out. Wondering what's happening with Nasdaq. What's happening with Nasdaq? Because the Nasdaq was had a really nice break there. That would be a outstanding reversal. Holy crap! Look at this, man. Look at this. Gosh. This is no good for a market that's going lower. Selling from value area. I'm going to highlight this. We got value area low here. I don't know where Saddle is. Saddle, where's Saddle? It's up here, Saddle. Saddle's up here. Around this area. Inventory is short. Market has came back inside this range, which actually targets this high here. There's no gap here. This is holiday. Coming back inside this range target, this mechanical selling here. It was a mechanical buying. It was more obvious in Nasdaq. Right. Oh boy. Look at this, man. I remember Friday, K was but just, couple ticks from what was at the time value area low. This one has been corrected. Technically. Corrected. I'm going to move this to the side. One of the things that most traders don't understand is you got to be patient here. Now this is a process here. You don't know, or we don't know what kind of market we have until a couple periods, at least a couple periods, are printed. What do we have now, for example, right? What do we have? This is an inside day so far. Is the market going higher? Is the market going lower? Is the market in balance? Is this a trending market? Is this a rotational market? What is? I have no idea. I have no clue here. yet. Sometimes I don't have a clue, whole days, or even the whole week. Sometimes. And what happens when you don't know what's happening? Just ask yourself that question: what you are going to do? In order to do anything, I first had to figure out or have to understand what's happening. Now, the fact that I see, or I can see, or I can identify what's happening, it not necessarily mean that I'm going to be there, because that's part of the second part of my trading, which is, do I want to be part of it? And it's perfectly fine, right? It's perfectly fine not to do anything. You could see, for example, Friday, what the market was trying to do. Market was trying to close that quote unquote gap from the holiday, which we talk about. It's not a gap. Gaps happen during regular trading hours. Have just decided, boy, I don't want to be this. Because the weakness was, the market was going higher. It was a weak movement to the upside. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be short, because the movement is to the upside. If the market is moving to the upside, what I want to be is going with the market. But I didn't think the conditions were there. And the market actually didn't give me any opportunity, even if I wanted. There was one here when the market took this value area low, but it happened it happened at L or M period, at the end L, beginning of M. It's just really too late in the session to do anything. Really risky. I want to do something that late is really risky. It isn't worth. It really that is not worth. I am going to read something from Jim Dalton. I hope you have subscribed. This is free information. He's sending these emails to his customers. You can be part of that as well. You don't have to be a customer. Just sign up for his mailing list. And it's based, I guess this is a peek of what we expect from his book that's coming, I believe, January next year. All right? It says, know thyself, make a honest self-assessment. It is unusual to onboard a client who has already tasted lasting success. Traditionally, traders often seek further education after facing losses, which is absolutely true. Before you continue trading, scrutinize your recent trades. Many rely on mean reversion, buying on dips in uptrends, or selling on rallies in downtrends. These tactics may offer temporary mental comfort, but often fail in today's volatile markets. For instance, if a futures contract hits 55, 58, then drops to 50, 50, expecting it to rebound to 50, 558 or higher might seem logical. However, markets are far more complex. Such strategies leave traders unprepared for trend days, which is what happened on Wednesday. Something very unusual, right? However, markets are far more, so trends they only occur approximately 15 to 20% of time. Capitalizing on them is key to overall success. It's really important to be part of this trading. Feeling missing out often leads to impulsive trades driven by emotion rather than a balanced blend of analysis and intuition. Self-honesty is paramount. Can you hold on to winning trades? letting profits runs, or does your ego force you to take profits prematurely? Are you impulsive, or do you need too much confirmation before making a trading decision? Adding to losing position is a disastrous habit. Examine your behavior with losing trades versus winning trades. What's your history? Before refining your trading approach, understand the habits that brought you here. If change is needed, remember, it is gradual. Focus on one or two crucial areas at a time. Growth begins with self honesty. Be truthful with yourself. Really, really nice, man. Really, really nice. You know, the focus here, many people, and this is part of this. That's the email that came in today, and this is part of growing as well. Right? Many people come to trading attracted by, the fantasy. That the goal, not the fantasy, the goal, the making lots of money. Well, I want to make lots of money here in trading. And don't forget say that that's a naive approach, right? But it is a naive goal, but this is a goal, but that put traders that attract a lot of people into trading. It's not bad. Everybody wants success to be successful, but success in trading doesn't happen that often. It's really the amount of traders that are successful is really, really small because we are humans. We have we have to rewire our brains here. What what have what I have read here to you is just part of the journey, but it's a very important part. Understanding what you are doing is very important, but that has to come together with understanding what the market is doing as well. How come you are always selling rallies? How come you are always buying dips, buying breaks, for example, right? When the market is trending lower or when the market is trending high? How come you do that? How come I have placed 10 trades today so far, for example? That can be your case. We have an inside day, the market has done anything, the trading is higher, the market is trading higher actually, the market is to the upside, the trade is to the upside. I am not, to be honest, I don't like this. I don't feel this, I have good amount of reward relative to the risk I might take. And that's why I decided to step aside, and not to be part of this market. Honesty, as Jim says, honesty is very, very important. It's key. Got to be key. And but it's not enough, right? Because once we do that, we have to make a plan. Once we make a plan, we have to execute the plan. But it is freaking long, man. It is so long. It doesn't happen overnight. I was checking one of these. Let me see if I can find this to you or for you. This is a psychology related, actually. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can find it. But it's very, I think this worth to share. What? It was not yesterday. Let's see, before yesterday. Mm. Okay, I have it here. Okay, let's see how can I do this because I need to put the volume on this thing. Audio output. Just give me a second to figure out this thing out. This is not. Audio output. Oh, I guess I have it now.
Here's a goal that you've set for yourself.
Okay, this is it. This is very important. Has a lot to do with what Chilton said in his first email.
Here's a secret to making new habits stick. Now, here's a goal that you've set for yourself.
That's the goal.
And here is all the work you have to do to get there. Progress is going to be slow because you can only do it step by step. At this point, you're either going to get overwhelmed and give up, or you feel that surge of motivation, go all out, give everything, and focus on the end result. Before long, your motivation starts to dwindle when you realise still such a long way to go. But rather than focus entirely on the outcome, focus instead on building a new sense of identity centred around the process. Remind yourself this is just what you do now. It's a part of who you are. So instead of just waiting for the reward of reaching that end goal, the satisfaction comes from the routine of keeping that promise to yourself. So rather than chasing results, eventually the results find you. If you want help getting your new habits to stick, check out my new program, Only on Calm. Here's a secret.
Now, I really love this because we can hear this in such many different ways, right? One of the things that I hear a lot is, you don't focus on the money because this is a process-oriented business, a process-oriented job, right? The money will, based on what the psychologist, what's his name, Dr. Julie says, it is the money, in this case, the result will find you. Money is not a goal, right? Money is a consequence of the process. You don't focus on that. But in this business, we are desperate to have a win after losing day after day, trade after trade. I just want to win. I want to make up all the losses I had. I just need one trade, to recover all I have lost. And it's really hard to not to focus on the money, not to focus, in this, right? In the result, in this case. But rather, we focus on the process. Because that's what we do. That's what we do now. And that's when you realize, and you have to come, and nobody can tell you this, right? Nobody can teach you this, how to do it, because it's something that you can do it. You have to do it. You need to come to the realization here. You need to come to the realization that this is a process. And you need to enjoy. If you don't enjoy the job, not only this job, any other jobs, you are not going to make it there. It's going to be, because it's going to be miserable. It is the equivalent, notice how I say it, this is the equivalent, not the same, It's the equivalent of doing your job, any job, and just waiting, right? Waiting for Friday to come, waiting for the end of the month so you can have your check there, you know. Waking on Monday, you know, just overwhelmed, right? Just starting the week just with Friday, 4, 5 p.m. on site. How bad that life is. You have seen people like that, right? In your job, you go to your job, you start your job, you will see people saying, oh boy, it's Monday. It is Tuesday. Oh, it's Wednesday. Thursday. Oh, they start to get animated. Friday, finally Friday. And then the cycle repeats over and over and over. What kind of life is that? Why are you in that kind of job? That this is just not good for you. Right? Same thing happens here. Same thing happens in trading. It is the process. You know, it is the fact that we have to sit in front of the screen just watching the market most of the time, trying to understand what is happening. Is there something here? Do we have something here? Do I have an opportunity? What? Something mechanical has happened, for example, coming this low exactly from last. And I would pay more attention to sell than last, but it is just catching my attention here. After the correction here, we just barely took value area low. The second time, what trades are doing here? Buying dips. Right? Buying dips. What do I have here? What am I going to do? I'm going to go long. Based on what? Okay. What's my risk? What kind of risk I'm taking? What kind of risk? What kind of reward I may have? I don't know what reward I got. I don't know. There's no way that I know the reward I'm going to have. The only thing I can know is the risk I'm taking. It is the market that's going to determine what reward I may have. Huh? What can we have here, for example? In this week, when we have two contracts, there's a lot of rollover that's happening, right? With FOMC just 2 days ago, 2 days ahead. What can I expect there? That's the thing, right? And people are just too anxious, man. Too anxious to do anything here. Value is inside. The day is an inside day. This market is in balance. We have perfect balance here right now as of 10:20 a.m. It's going to be the whole day like that. I have no idea. So far we have same amount of volume. Look at what happened in the last 10 days. Last 9 days at least. We have about same volume here. It is actually, come on, really about exactly the same. Look at this, about this slightly low. So we may have, if this continues, we may have here. But we have performance on Wednesday. So we may see something here, either too low, either volume decreasing or increasing. One of those two. Which one is going to be? I have no idea. And remember, those are just odds there. We have a gigantic gap according to this magic chart, right? What gap, right? Where's the gap? I don't see any gap here. This is the current contract. I don't see any gap here. This is December, right? And if the market just takes another 30 points, the upper gap will be close, right? It actually will be close. This gap here. This market can come all the way up to here, without closing the gap. People will say, oh, okay, the market is going to close the gap. If that happens, the market will be actually making new highs and have already closed the gap. Now this is, to be honest, I don't like these situations, these kind of environments. I will step aside. The odds that I'm going to do something here are very low. Very low. If you want anything, if you got anything, please feel free to join Discord. I don't sell anything. I'm going to I have posted the link in Twitch, and I am going to do the same in YouTube as well. Just give me a second. Oh. Okay, right there. Also, I haven't used Twitter in a while. But this is a Twitter account. ESP Trading at E-mini SP500. What the heck is it? Alright. It has been a while I have posted anything here. No, but you can send me a message there. Any kind of message. Alright guys, it is 10:30. I haven't seen anything here. Did the market come down to here? Look at what it is, man. It's buying from Halbach, right? The same behavior. Did you see this? Or can you see? Buying from Halbach on Friday. I don't like this. Looks like short. I don't like this low either. Now buying again from Halbach. Now it's coming to last. Right? Inside bar, inside day, inside value, inside bar. You know, this is balance, man. This is balance. What else do you want here? Okay. Unless you have any questions, I'm calling it a day. And I wish you, my friends, a wonderful trading day. Stay safe. See you. Bye-bye.